live. Yeah, yeah, we going live. Hey, hey, we going live. Yeah, yeah, we going live. Yeah, yeah, we going. Yeah, yeah, we going. Yeah, 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 we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line. Hey.
All right, mental health moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a good one. This is about former USC quarterback JT Daniels, who is now the University of Georgia starter.
Yeah.
At quarterback.
Yeah.
He had a bad freshman year, and then he got hurt the next year, sophomore year.
Right.
He transferred to Georgia, but he was having mental health issues because of the adversity with, losing his position at USC, getting injured, and just the bad.
Just losing at USC, period. He was a star quarterback in high school. He came out highly touted, not losing, had not lost the game.
Yeah. But I think the wherewithal, once he got to UGA, to say, I'm going to go get help with this and not take the attitude of, oh, I'll be okay. Yeah. It's just the case of the Mondays. I'm just feeling down.
Suck it up.
Yeah,
That's the favorite thing to say. Suck it up. I'm a man. I can suck this up. It's okay. Right. I'll be all right. Yeah. Especially athletes. They're the worst with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Truly.
No, for real.
Because it's a culture,
It is.
It's a culture that needs to die.
Absolutely.
But it's a culture. Absolutely.
It is a culture. It is. And it stems from the physical side, right? Because as we've talked about this before, when players are hurt, or hurt, we watched Kevin Durant. Like, why did you come back? You knew you weren't ready because you were pushed, or, even Simone Biles and being hurt and all it's just a culture in sports to suck it up and like I always think about Byron Leftwich in college.
Yes, when he got
and them carrying him down the field. Like that's what they expect of you.
Yeah.
And so it's carried over from not just physical but to mental health. And so for him, you're right. The wherewithal to be like, no, I'm not dealing with this well. Something's not right. I need to. So, and then I said this when we talked in the production meeting, from a college student.
Mm-hmm.
You 19 to me.
Yeah, because I certainly, and I had a whole bunch going on when I was in college. I certainly didn't think to go and seek, therapy or anything like that. And I know that back then that would have helped me tremendously.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just imagine the people we would be if we knew what we needed, what we did, right? Oh my God. But so I am extremely proud of this young man.
Yeah.
And not even to just go get the help, but to be so open and transparent about it.
Right.
Because he could have got the help and not ever said anything
about it. Right.
But the fact that he is sharing his story is also worthy of kudos.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right. Feel good final thought?
Yeah.
Now this one was good. I it's funny. Coach Greg Knapp was one of those coaches who I don't think he ever held a head coaching job in the NFL. But he's
always coordinator.
Always a coordinator, mostly a position coach.
Yeah.
But he's one of those names in the NFL that you just kind of knew, right?
Yeah, he's been all over the place.
Right. And his coaching career was extensive,
Yeah.
And unfortunately, he passed.
Yeah, we covered that.
We covered when he passed, and the Denver Broncos made the decision that last Friday morning at their building that they would honor him by building bikes, pretty much in his name.
Because that's how he died. And for anybody who did not see or does not know, Greg Knapp was out riding his bike and was hit, and that's how he passed away. So I thought this was a very touching tribute
Yeah.
I'm all about, like, even when I give gifts, I'm all about it making it make sense and making it meaningful, right? And so you all doing this in his name, building bikes for, like, this is building bikes, and I'm sure that's bikes for kids who might not have been able to get a bike otherwise, right? So not only are you helping the kids, but it's a great way to honor him. So kudos to the Broncos for organization. I mean, and it was everybody. It wasn't just the team. It was the staff. Everybody participated. So I thought that was really touching.
Nah, it definitely was. Definitely was. Certainly a great way to honor him.
Yeah.
All right, show picks.
Show picks.
What you watching?
Listen, I felt like something was missing for the last month or so, right?
Oh yeah, the last few months.
It's been that long, right? I've just been ignoring it. I think I've been trying to ignore it, like, oh, it'll be all right. You okay? You're not having withdrawals. I was having withdrawals.
Yeah, you was.
Now that it's back,
so was I.
now that it's back, I was having withdrawals. I am athlete, not the LA version, but the real original OGs.
Right.
That is Chad Dawson, Brandon Marshall, Fred Taylor, and Shannon Crowder are back for us this season, and I am super uber duper excited.
Yeah, they spent that entire episode on Sha'Carri Richardson. Sha'Carri.
Yeah.
Well, you know, they was going back and forth in the beginning.
Yeah, I was like, her name is Sha'Carri. Yes. Yeah. But no, I'm just glad they're back. That's all. I'm just like, I feel like my family's back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I'm like, whoo, thank y'all.
Right.
No knock on the LA one, but they not them.
Hey, knock on the LA one. I think they tried to get too many characters, and it's just really not entertaining. And it's unfortunate.
You know what I think it is? I think it's youth.
Yeah.
I think it's youth.
It's like
because Michael Bennett and Beasley, was that his name?
Yes,
the dude that hosts the show.
The guy, the moderator. Yes.
The
elder statesman.
The elder statesman. They make it make sense to me. These are other three. I just sometimes I be cringing. Like, what are you saying? Like, no, don't do that. Don't say. So I'm not knocking it because I'm gonna still watch it because I'm gonna support it. It's Brandon Marshall's show, and I'm going to support it because I am a huge fan of Brandon Marshall. Not only because of his football career, but because of what he's done since.
I'm a huge fan of Brandon Marshall as well. I thought it was, around the time that he started talking about mental health, was around the time that the very first time I started going to therapy and like seeking therapy and everything like that. So to see him be so vocal about it was like kind of a side for me because it's still taboo, but it was way more taboo back then when he first started talking about it. And so I'm certainly a supporter of him, but dog, I'm gonna have to buy a t-shirt. I ain't gonna be able to watch LA, man. I'm sorry.
I'm trying.
You know how I feel about the Bennett brothers.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And so like even Michael Bennett couldn't carry it for me.
I was gonna say he can't carry the show. Yeah.
And I think what needs to happen is they need to reassess after this year and be very honest with the people that they have there and probably make some changes to their staff so that you kind of have, I understand wanting to have a different dynamic,
right? But
still have kind of the maturity that you see with I Am Athlete.
Even retired, it's just not the same. Like y'all are retired, but y'all kind of newly retired,
right?
You know what I mean? It just feels like y'all just young and don't know nothing. Like that's how it feels to me.
That's truly how it feels.
They're like y'all young and no knock on y'all. You just don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it just Anyway, but I Am Athlete. I'm so excited that the OGs are back. Yeah.
All right, I'm riding with House Party.
Love it.
Just came on Netflix, I believe Wednesday or Tuesday. It might have been Tuesday.
Okay.
And like, I don't like some of them old movies just feel so good to watch, and it makes me reminisce, and it makes me sad because I think about like, obviously in the 90s, in 90, I was only about 6 or 7 years old. So, but I do remember seeing that around that time. Wait, what happened?
Go ahead.
So I do remember seeing it around that time. And so like, I just remember growing up in the 90s, like wanting to have that level of fun, like wanting stuff to be, you know, because
they were goofy.
I think about,
you wanted goofy?
No, and I
wanted goofy.
Yeah, I wanted goofy. Like, you know me,
maybe
I'm not somebody.
Perspective.
Oh yeah, right, yeah.
I was probably the age they were pretending to be, right?
Right. And so I think about the house parties and the go-go's in my neighborhood that would get shot up and stuff all the time. And it's, you know, seeing something like that just made me like feel like, okay, life could be much better. And that honestly, thinking about that, like, lets me think about kind of the way my mind worked back then about not wanting to be involved with certain things and not like I wanted goofy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay. I mean, it's understandable when you say the point of view of what you were witnessing,
right,
versus what that looked like. It's kind of like people who grew up in the PJs watching the Cosby Show.
Right. Like, yes.
The Black people can have money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And even with it being like, you know, they didn't go in depth with the story, at least on that, not that one movie. They had a whole bunch of house parties, but
that one right there. No, that's the classic, right?
Yeah. It just gave
Robin,
me a feeling.
every time I think, that's what I think about is Robin.
And he's so hilarious. He was
so funny. My God.
Yeah.
Baby kids.
Right.
Yes.
Rest in peace to him. But you know, I love that movie. And it was I hadn't seen it in such a long time. So to see it, like,
that was nostalgia for you.
Yeah.
I love movies that take you back. Like when I watched the whole Different World series again, it was like taking me back because I was like, oh, this is what was happening for me when really cool.
That's one, like I used to watch that all the time.
Listen, I love myself some Different World.
I'm gonna have to jump back into it when I can. I think it was on Netflix if I remember correctly.
It's on Amazon. I know. I don't know if it's on Netflix.
I did know it was on Amazon Prime. It was on Netflix for a minute, but I hadn't seen it in a minute. And I feel like for me, it would have popped up on one of my little lists of, okay, you need to watch this.
Right. What to watch. Yep. But that's okay.
Yeah.
All right. House party. I got you. All right.
We at the end of another one.
Yeah.
126.
Yes.
We climbing. Climbing.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to attempt to try to push forward to see when that 200th episode is coming.
We just gonna plan. We just gonna plan.
Yeah. We'll figure it out at the top of the year and then plan.
Yeah, I don't have a clue when it'll be. No.
But definitely, guys, reach out to us if you want to get in touch with us, whether that is to be on the show, offer us critique, or just, you know, talk to us, ask us questions. You know, if you're a college athlete or something like that and you want to know a little more about what we do, if you're a college administrator and you might want to know a little bit about what we do, you can either hit us at field2thereal@gmail.com or field2thereal, and that's no number, field2thereal@gmail.com, just to get some information from us. We can send you some stuff. We can get some stuff out to you. Certainly reach out to us on IG at field2thereal podcast, on Twitter at field2thereal P1. Anytime we post a video, you'll see it on our Facebook page. It gets posted there, so you can go there to check us out. And YouTube. I'm about to forget the most important.
I was like, I'm gonna just wait. I'm gonna just wait.
Please connect to us more on YouTube. Go to our page, subscribe, then go find you a video on a topic that you may like, that you might want to interact with. Absolutely. You know, like, share, subscribe again, you know, comment, certainly comment, you know, appropriate stuff. Because
then there's that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I got it set to the point now where I got to go through and look like, no, I'm not approving that comment.
Wow, that's so sad. Lord, what's going on in this world?
A bunch of craziness.
Crazy.
Cocaine is a drug. I love that sketch so much. I was watching the Chappelle show the other day.
I love that. Oh my God. Listen, my aunt is like, between him and Kevin Hart, she just be like, oh my God, they make my life. They give me life. Both of them, they give me life. I'm like, oh my gosh. So funny. So yeah.
But
all right.
As always, we love you guys. We appreciate you.
Yes.
We are out of here.
Yes.
Peace.
Peace.
Put the cameras on me, 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 put the cameras on me.